There's this moment we both remember very clearly. We were sitting in class looking at the map scores being discussed, and someone mentioned a student scoring above 300.
And I remember immediately thinking, yeah, that could never be me.
Same, like it felt genuinely impossible. Not hard, not challenging either, impossible.
And the funny thing is, we've actually known each other since grade 3, so we've grown up watching each other dream big.
And panic big.
Exactly, because people usually see high achieving students and assume they're naturally confident. But honestly, most of the time we were still figuring things out as we went.
And doubting ourselves while doing it. There were so many moments where we'd compare ourselves to other students. The students who always seemed smarter, faster, and more prepared. And without even realizing it, we started creating limits for ourselves. Like that's the level they can reach, not us.
I think that's something a lot of students do. We decide what's possible for ourselves before we've even fully tried. And sometimes we do it so casually, like it's a fact. I'm just not good at math. I'm not a strong reader. I'll never score that high. But eventually, we started realizing something. Those weren't facts, they were assumptions.
And assumptions are dangerous because when you believe something is impossible, you stop putting yourself in the situations where the growth can actually happen. You stop trying fully, you stop taking risks, and you even stop believing effort will matter.
But then, something started changing for us. Not overnight, not dramatically, just slowly. We started focusing less on proving ourselves and more on improving ourselves.
But honestly, improvement is kind of boring sometimes. We usually skip from struggle to success. But the middle part, the repetition, the frustration, reviewing mistakes over and over, that part is real.
Very real. There were so many days we studied so hard and still didn't do as well as we wanted. Days we questioned ourselves. Days we even wondered maybe we just weren't those students.
But I think the biggest shift happened when we stopped asking, what if we fail? And started asking, what if we actually improve?
Because improvement changes everything. Once you improve once, you realize you can improve again. And suddenly, your limits don't feel permanent anymore.
And the goals that once sounded impossible started feeling reachable. Not easy though, but they're still reachable.
And the craziest part, the score itself stopped mattering as much. Because by then, the real achievement was becoming the kind of students who no longer ran away from difficult things.
The kind of students who understood that confidence isn't something you're born with. It's something built, quietly and over time, and through effort that nobody else sees.
So if there's one thing we want everyone here to remember today, it's this. You guys should be careful about the limits you place on yourself. Because sometimes the things you guys call impossible are actually just unfamiliar.
And maybe the reason people achieve extraordinary things isn't because they're extraordinary from the beginning. Maybe it's because they refuse to let doubt define their future.
Because at the end of the day, possible isn't something the world hands to you.
It's something you decide for yourself.
And maybe that's when we realize something. The real goal was never just achieving a score. Maybe the real challenge was defining the possible.
Wait. Remind me how much you scored on your math test?
306.
Thank you.
Thank you.